welcome to episode 25 of X2 Interact, where Steven, Eric, Sam, and Gaff, though minus Eric today, get together to discuss this week's biggest things in gaming and discuss that week's main topic. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at X2 Interact _. Stay connected with us. Subscribe to our YouTube, X2 Interact, and listen to our podcast on your Spotify feed, on Apple Podcasts, on wherever you listen to your podcasts. Today, we're going to discuss three things. We're going to have Sam talk about his experience with Kena, Bridge of Spirits. And then we're going to talk about our weekend experience with the Halo Infinite test flight. And then we're going to do our own little greatest video game of all time bracket at the end. So stay tuned for that. But first, let's start off with Sam himself, who's going to tell us all about PlayStation's latest exclusive.
Yes. Well, let me tell you, when this game was announced, I was very, very excited. Very, very excited. It looked awesome. It straight up just looked like a Pixar film. I mentioned this in our, 2 weeks ago or last week episode where we discussed our game of the year so far. I mentioned that this was one of the games that was coming out this fall that had the potential, I think, for me to become a game of the year. And now that I've played it, I would not put it in the top 3.
Jeez.
But it would probably be 4 or 5. I really, really, really loved like a lot of this game, but honestly, I think the combat, it's the worst part of the game. And honestly, I don't even think this game really needed combat to begin with. It can be incredibly frustrating because, like, to me, it felt like the hitboxes were pretty off when it not the enemy hitboxes, but the main character's hitbox, Kana's hitbox kind of seemed off a little bit, and like the roll was iffy. None of it like felt terrible. It just was like felt a little cheap and unfair, and it didn't. I feel like the combat style didn't really fit. Like how frustrating the combat was didn't really fit with the nice, like, soothing, like, peaceful experience that the rest of the game was. Some people like a nice contrast, I guess, with the combat. Uh, but the combat really didn't do it for me. And there was like a couple boss fights that were cool. But like in games like this, where it's like, I know a lot of people have been saying it's like a really good like PlayStation 2, mascot platformer, and it is, but those games, I want my boss fights to be a little bit more like puzzly than action based. And I feel like this game, was very like just roll around and dodge hits like crazy and then go in for a couple hits every now and then. Um but like everything outside of combat was amazing. I love the music. I love the art style. It was beautiful. Um the little rock guys are cute as fuck. Um I actually liked the traversal. I liked the double jump, all the feel like it was all whimsical and peaceful. But yeah, really fun game. I would recommend it for sure. Um, but don't be afraid to go to the lowest difficulty or the second lowest difficulty because it is pretty challenging when it comes to combat.
So, yeah, I was actually going to ask like how hard this game is, and it
It's
sounds like it's pretty
it's
hard.
it's pretty punishing sometimes, and like that's what I'm talking about. Like the hitboxes seem off, but like even if the hitboxes were right, like once you get hit, yeah, it's a challenge. Um, and like I said, there's a couple cool bosses. The final boss is like kind of insane. It's very like something out of like a Final Fantasy or some JRPG. But yeah, I just really like the whole aesthetic of it. Just like um Like there's a wood. You're in the woods pretty much the entire time, but like a
There's
lot
no
of the
other
land.
environment.
What's that?
There's no other sort of biome besides forest.
There's snow for a little bit, but not much. And there's like it's not like all woods, I guess. There's like a swamp. I guess there's like swamps too, but it's all like, there's trees and shit still. Um, but then like the land, part of the land's like corrupted, and so that adds a little twist to it too. Like all the environmental like puzzles and stuff is really cool, and the platforming. Like I said, literally everything except the combat I absolutely loved about this game. Um, and the only like narratively, I think it does some or pretty cool stuff. Just like some pretty touching stories. Um, but as far as like Kana's story goes, it's like I don't really care about Kana herself really. It's more of
Ouch.
like the side characters that I care about, I guess. Like there's not really much like there's a little bit going on with Kana, but I felt more I felt more attached to a couple of the side characters than I did her. Um but yeah, good game.
How how would you say this stacks up to other other big PlayStation titles? Like obviously there's an indie game, so it's
Yeah.
like on a whole other scale. But do you think it fits well with like the typical view of a PlayStation game? Like cinematic story and pretty graphics and touching themes.
Yeah. Um yeah, obviously like lower budget than these big ones, but yeah, I mean I think PlayStation needs these types of games for sure. Like they need these smaller still like pretty, I guess it's not like a tiny budget. Like it's not like it is an indie game, but it's not like super like small like I don't know, like give me an indie game. Fucking
Undertale.
Yeah, there we
Undertale,
go.
yeah, or Inside or something like that. Um, you can definitely tell there is a slightly higher budget than like most indie games because it is being published by PlayStation. Um, but yeah, I think it fits in well. I I just really like these types of games. For instance, I started playing Jack and Daxter today. I just really like. I absolutely love these types of platformers. Um, and yeah, it. I hope they make more of them. And I definitely cannot wait for the if it's a sequel to this or if it's just the next game from this studio. Um, hopefully they flesh out the combat a little bit
I was gonna
and
say maybe
make it a
maybe in
little
the
better.
second
But
try they take this feedback, right? Because they just they started off doing animations, right?
I don't know.
That's what I've heard is that they
I don't know.
they were an animation company and they decided, okay, well, we're just gonna take a swing at getting this video game published and see where that goes. So it seems like there's a lot of positive reception and that most of it has come from the art style. So hopefully they can get in for the second try and be like, all right,
You mean
let's touch up the combat and then it'll be that 9.5 or 10 out of 10, right? Because
yeah.
people are putting
Yeah,
it pretty high.
the visuals are great in this game. Not only there's how it looked, like not only like the graphical fidelity of it, but just like the stuff they do with the visuals, the art style, the aesthetic of it is great. The two best things are that and the music. The music is fantastic.
Well, hopefully they get to make another one.
And you're playing your PS5, right? So it was the best it can be.
What's that, Gav?
You played on your PS5, right?
I did play on
Or
my PS5.
Right.
Yeah.
all right. So
Beautiful.
if that wraps up our discussion on Kena and the Bridge of Spirits, then we're gonna move on to our second topic for today, which is the Halo Infinite Test Flight. Let's go.
Let's go.
So obviously, me as the number one Halo fan, I got to play this one. Even though sadly I missed out on the first one way back in July, I made sure to put myself on the couch and play this one. I know Steven, you as well played it?
Yeah, as much as I possibly could, right?
I think you played more than me, actually.
A good amount.
Uh, Sam, I think you ran into some issues, right? So you weren't able to play it.
No, for some reason I didn't get the invite. I did last time though. I didn't play last time, but
The irony.
That's
it is what it is.
unfortunate.
It is what it is.
So instead, you can hear us talk about it, which is what I had to experience the first time.
Yeah, I probably wanted to finish Kana if I was able to play this. So
That's fair. And I know Eric also got to play a bunch of Halo.
More than me.
And so let's get on to the discussion. I'm gonna say my general thoughts, and then I'll ask for your general thoughts, Steven. My general thoughts, man, does this game fucking rock? I had so much fun this weekend. I was like, I woke up and it's like, damn it, it's not 1 o'clock yet. I can't play Halo. And then 1 o'clock finally rolled around, and I logged in as soon as I could. Um, as far as technical issues went, I had very few of them. I don't think my game crashed once. Only one time did matchmaking not seem to work, but all I had to do was restart the app and it was fine. So with all that out of the way, like I was able to enjoy the game to its fullest. And last time, the last flight, you can only fight bots. This time it's matchmaking the entire time. And like I had a blast shooting other people, playing against other people, outmaneuvering them, using my very limited reflexes to outplay others. Like the combat in this game is perfect. The movement has never been better. Like I've said before in the past, I think Halo 5's movement is amazing with the thrusters, because I think that adds a nice injection of speed. But in this game, I think they found the perfect balance between the walking speed and the sprinting speed. Plus, we still have the mantling to climb up ledges, and you have all the movement that your equipment gets you. Right, you have the grapple hook, which obviously lets you Spider-Man your way to any corner you want.
how's that
Yeah,
feel?
It's my go-to.
How's the grappling hook?
I unfortunately I only managed to pick up the grappling hook once, but the one time I used it, it was good.
Okay.
What about you, Steven?
Yeah, it's just on that, the grappling hook. It's my favorite equipment to use. The second I see it, I grab it, right? There's some cool ones. The repulsor is kind of cool if you can time it right. It's just a little
Yep.
thing you shove up and it reflects projectiles back if you time it. Some cool things with that. I think I have a couple clips. Anyways, my general thoughts, right?
Go for it.
Yeah, so amazing again, right? So my thoughts really haven't changed too much from the last time I mentioned Halo's the best it's ever felt. They struck that great balance between not quite being the Call of Duty shooter and still being Halo, right? But you've got some of those. You've got the sprint, you've got the mantle, you've got the slide and the strafe. I don't know if you noticed this. The strafe seems to have like a boost to it for some reason. Like you can move really quick back and forth when you're in gunfights with people, and you can outmaneuver most of the times if you're good with it. So
I did not notice that, but that's
yeah,
cool
the
detail.
strafe is crazy, especially well, again, you're not ADSing that much, but if you're sniping or if you're trying to get that real precision in and you get a good strafe, it can be really handy. Yeah, the movement's super fluid. The equipment, what I got to try of it was, I don't think the repulsor was in the previous one. I could be wrong. Again, like I said, it's just like a thing you shove up to try to reflect. It's really tight timing on that. I couldn't quite get it though. Maybe that needs a
Yeah.
bit of tuning.
And you can also like repulse other players away. You can send them
Yeah.
flying back.
I tried to get
Several
somebody off the edge a couple times and it didn't work, and I was disappointed. But I'm sure there will be plenty of clips that come from that. The grappling, like I said, was my go-to for. I don't think the radar one was in this test. I didn't see it at least. Obviously, so fun fact, Eric, when we were playing, I'm talking about the power weapons. When those come up, now that I knew where they were spawning, I felt like, all right, at this point, at this cadence, I'm going to go over here and try to fight this person for the spanker, right? The rocket launcher.
Spunker. I can
Spanker, yeah.
call it
And so
Spunker.
the funny thing is Eric and we were playing, and he keeps saying sprinkler, and I'm like, dude, this is like a little. I like that's not what I would describe a rocket launcher as, right? I said it's spanker or spunker, and he's like, dang it. And I had to correct him 4 or 5 different times. He kept saying sprinkler, and he's like, I keep saying sprinkler, huh? And I'm like, yes, you do keep saying sprinkler, but it's fine. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. And so
All right.
the sprinkler was fun to use. The what was the other power weapon that they had? Well, so they had active camo, right? And then the grav
Yep.
hammer.
Yep.
Active camo, grav hammer, grappling hook. That's the goat combo.
So is the grappling hook something you pick up? It's not something you always have.
So you have like
It's a pickup.
3 uses, right?
3. Yep.
And I think it's just about right. It doesn't make it overpowered, and then it doesn't overstay as welcome either. And it's really cool when
Okay.
you get it. You feel real powerful with the mobility, and it's just super tight. It feels really good to use. I can't emphasize that enough. Everything in here just feels tuned to a perfection, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I love the new power weapons. So there's the shockwave, which I think is the new. It's the new alien shotgun. The projectiles, it bounces off walls, and there's a vertical mode and a horizontal mode. Though I really found its good use to be the vertical mode.
Right.
Yeah, super fun to use, and it disintegrates bodies when they kill it. There's the skewer, which is the most amazing sounding gun to have ever been made in the history of video games. It just sounds so mean, and the reloading animation, and it's so meaty and
It's
heavy.
hard to get it, but when you get the no scope with the skewer, it's so satisfying, man.
I only managed to kill one person ever with the skewer. It was the best feeling ever. Um, and there's the heat. I forget exactly what it's called, the heat wave or something.
Yeah,
Um, I didn't get any kills with that weapon, so I'm not
I
sure how to
didn't
properly
either,
use
man,
it.
but I tried to.
Gravity hammer, it's cool as always. They've made the swing time just a little slower this game, so there's a lot more risk using the grav hammer. Um, and besides that, I got, of course, like the battle rifle, assault rifle, the pistol, they're all great. Everything sounds amazing. I think they really nailed the gun sounds this time. I mean, I thought Halo 5 had a really great sound design as well, but I think it's even better here. Um,
I was gonna,
unfortunately, oh yeah,
yeah,
what's
I was
up?
gonna say, I was gonna ask you, what was your favorite mode from this weekend?
So I think what surprised a lot of people was Strongholds. I think Strongholds is a very, very good game type because let's in Call of Duty, for example, we play domination. Your points, the number of points you accumulate over time depends on how many zones you capture. So you have one zone, you get 1 point per second, let's say. Or if you have 2 zones, then you get 2 points per second. However, that makes comebacks very hard because your opponent will always outpace you no matter what if they have more zones. However, in Strongholds, the only way you can gain points is if you have 2 zones. And so it makes comebacks much more feasible. I had a game where the score limit, of course, was 200 points. My team got to 197, and then we just couldn't hold 2 zones at the same time. So the red team was catching up really fast, and I thought we were gonna blow away our victory, but thankfully we got those last 3 points in the nick of time and we won. So I think that Strongholds, yeah, the most surprising winner of the 3 game modes.
I'll say this about strongholds. I lost almost every goddamn stronghold that I played. I could see if you have a coordinated team, that probably being the most competitive mode, right? As far as like casual
Yeah.
competitive, whatever that's worth. We have then my favorite though, it just in the experience was the CTF, and that's not really a surprise or anything new, but I found it easiest to coordinate with randoms. It was just
Mhm.
Eric, me, and 2 other randoms on Bazaar, right? was the map they had it on that we played most. And we would, I don't know, we would always be like, it's Stronghold, we're gonna lose again. But anytime CTF came up, we were just hitting him, man. He was the best at defending the flag, and he would make clutch call outs and plays, and that tension that you get right up to, you see someone in front of you, you have your team behind you, there's an enemy up there on guarding that thing, and you're like, okay, do I make the choice to go up? Do I get smacked in the face? Does my teammate have my back, right? And those are things that like really, really stuck with me. I was just like, damn, this is a mode that is a classic for a reason, and it feels even better here because everything just feels so fluid. I had a freaking blast during the weekend, man. I can't wait for this big team battle.
Yep, this coming weekend. And speaking of big team battle, like there are vehicles in there, and there was a vehicle map on Sunday. I didn't get a chance to play that map.
I never got to play Behemoth because the matchmaking just didn't work in my favor, but
yeah, same here. But from the clips I saw, the Ghost looks and sounds great, and the Warthog looks and sounds great. I have a couple of nitpicks about Halo Infinite. I mentioned to Steven earlier in the weekend that I think the aiming, just something's a little funky with it. And I knew it wasn't just me because I saw the online community also mention it. So it appears to be a common thing that hopefully 343 will adjust in the future. And as far as outside the gameplay goes, cosmetics, I'm still iffy on the color palettes that we have to unlock. For me, I always go white and brown for my Spartans in every single Halo game. And so I'm just going to be hunting down for that one color scheme and then just sticking with that for the rest of the time. And if it's not there, I'm really sad. So that's one negative for me. I mean, of course, these color palettes, there's so much potential for really cool skins, but it just takes away some of the choice from me. As far as Battle Pass goes and the challenges and XP system, again, very controversial. And yeah, I did feel leveling up was slower in this game, but I don't think the existence of these challenges altered how I played the game at all. I just played the game however I want. If I happen to complete any challenges, then yay for me. But I'm not crazy about the XP system.
I wasn't too concerned about it, right? It wasn't even really a thought. I was just enjoying the game so much. And like you said, if I just happened to complete the challenges, cool. And I don't know, maybe that says more about the battle pass not being super exciting than the game being more exciting, right? I think maybe they should look at that. And granted, we didn't see the whole pass, right? This was just a sliver of what the offering was. That's what they mentioned when they were talking about how going into it. So I really hope it impresses more and makes me want to chase some of the challenges eventually, because I know that honeymoon phase is going to wear off, right? And I'm going to need a little more to push me through. So
the Battle Pass is what's going to keep people coming back to play this game for months and months on end, as well as the cosmetics. And like I'll tell you right now, I'm probably going to buy the Battle Pass because some of the armors do require the Battle Pass to unlock, I think. So I'm going to be willing to pay that price. And I hope other people do too, and it becomes a very self-sustaining ecosystem. But overall, I love Halo Infinite. Can't wait for this weekend again to play it, and hopefully Sam, you can join us as well.
It's open, so if you have an Xbox, you can jump in. You can download it, the Insider Hub, and I don't even think you have to sign up.
I don't have an Xbox.
Or the PC.
They put out. There's something to do with Steam that I'm not sure about because I don't play PC.
So
I'm not an expert at that.
The way it works is if you are an insider, it's not as open as the Xbox, but they've sent everyone who has qualified and is in the insider a friend code to then someone else on the PC. They can go ahead and put it in and just get in. Not as seamless as the Xbox, but more people should be able to get in on PC this time. So
I'm crossing my fingers for you, Sam.
Well, The only like negative thing I've seen about the Halo stuff recently is the PC optimization. So I'm
I've
hoping
heard that as well.
I
that
can speak to that
it
a little
is
bit.
good.
I don't want to drag on too long, but I didn't notice. I don't have a crazy graphics card, but I didn't notice any hitching this time.
Okay.
Um, I didn't notice any graphical problems, and I had it on high settings, so it seemed pretty well optimized. I know, obviously, everyone has a different PC, but GTX 1660 is what I work with, so I mean that's fairly low compared to a lot of people. So hopefully that's good news for a lot of people on PC.
Good to
Oh,
hear.
well, that's enough about new video games, right? Move on to a grand tournament of some video game classics, right? So some of you may be aware if you follow IGN, if you're in their space, you may have seen that they've been doing a sort of video game tournament as well on their Twitter site, where they have polls to represent the matchups, and fans will vote on which game will win that matchup, and then it'll advance on in order to determine which game is the greatest of all time. However, all of us here at X Interact have taken an issue with this because clearly some people on the internet are crazy and they don't know what's up. Some video games made it when they shouldn't, and I was also really shocked at just how which games like just blew the other game out of the water when I feel like it should have been the opposite.
Yeah,
We're gonna set the record straight here on episode what 26 of X Interact. I'm not sure.
episode TBD.
So I've taken the liberty of copying down each and every game that's on this IGN video game tournament, and I've compiled my own bracket. And not the matchups aren't all the same, but that shouldn't matter, right? Because a good game is a good game, and if it's the best game, then it should make it to the end no matter what. Plus, it might make for some interesting discussion anyway.
Yes.
I have the bracket up on my own screen, and I can edit it myself. Steven can also view the bracket, and as I update it, he'll just refresh the page, and the bracket will update as well. And you can do it on your own time, whenever. We're gonna go matchup by matchup, and there's a lot of it. So I'm gonna do a very good job of keeping us on track, on
Very
time,
good.
Cool.
and we're gonna pace this well.
Sounds good.
But I do hope we get some interesting opinions out of all these.
I agree.
So, Steven, do you have the layout?
We are up and going whenever you're ready.
Okay, so let's begin this and decide which game is the greatest game of all time. First up,
The greatest game of all time out of the 64 that IGN chose.
Right.
there's only there's only so much time we have that anyone has.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kingdom Hearts 3 isn't on this list, Eric.
Travesty.
I don't even think that's his favorite Kingdom Hearts game, but okay.
Oh god.
First up, Red Dead Redemption versus Final Fantasy VII, the original from 1997.
Eric, I am so sorry about this. You're gonna kill me, but I haven't finished Final Fantasy VII. I will say that. I have played the remake, but I haven't finished the original. But I have played a decent amount of it to get the picture, and I know what happens, story wise. But Red Dead Redemption, the original, is just a fantastic game. Fantastic Western. Love it. That would be my choice.
Uh you know, this one is difficult because I've not beaten either of these games, right? So my horse in this race, see what I did there, is not is probably going to go with the one that I've played more of, and that's Final Fantasy VII. I just think it kind of kicked off that whole 3D RPG, or at least put a kickstart in 3D RPGs. So that's my vote.
I've played like 6 hours of Final Fantasy VII, and I've watched some Red Dead Redemption. And from my how should I say, educated point of view, Red Dead Redemption is just GTA 4 on horses.
Oof.
But Final Fantasy 7, I mean, the soundtrack slaps. It's charming, and the combat system is iconic, and I think it has more of a I think it has more of an influence on games as a whole. I mean, you got Western RPGs, they're coming out left and right, and same
Whoa,
with
whoa, whoa! Red Dead Redemption has an influence on Red Dead Redemption 2, which I think is somehow not on this bracket, but
Right.
whatever. We'll ignore that.
I would have put
So,
2 honestly on this versus the one.
I would
right?
have as well. I would have put 2 on this bracket way over the first one, but
We're
whatever.
working with the tools we got, Sam.
I love the first one, but man.
so I'm gonna put my vote for Final Fantasy 7.
And I
What
know,
about you?
so it sounds like Final Fantasy 7's going on, but I do want to say, Gaff said Final Fantasy 7 is a great soundtrack. Red Dead Redemption has a phenomenal soundtrack, so I don't want to skirt over that.
Right.
But-
I mean, I'll agree because I've heard it.
All right.
So
Count it as not being skirted. All right, next up, Inside versus Super Mario World. Super Mario World. No,
Yeah,
Have you played Inside?
I've watched Inside.
it's such a good game, man. I have to think about this a
Inside.
little bit.
I haven't played Super Mario World, so I can't speak on that. But Inside is really good.
So I played both. I haven't beaten Inside, but what I've played is freaking great. I just can't leave Super Mario World on the table, man. For me, it's a Super Mario World.
It's the video game.
The video game.
That's what I think of my childhood video game, right? Is Super Mario World. So
I'm sorry, Inside. I know you have very, very cool themes and atmosphere, and probably a way deeper meaning than Super Mario World. But everyone and their mother would rather play Super Mario World.
Yeah, Inside's kind of depressing, you know?
It really is, but it's a really great game if you haven't played it.
It is very good.
So congrats to Super Mario World. Next, Dishonored versus Super Metroid. I don't have a horse in this race.
I hate this
This
because
is so hard, man.
I hate this because I haven't played Super Metroid, and I know that it's obviously a great game because it's on this, first of all, and people love it. But Dishonored is just so good.
I'm also going to go with Dishonored.
The level design of Dishonored, first of all, is just it's fantastic, and that continues with the sequels. And honestly, I would have put another Dishonored game on this list, but
damn,
Dishonored belongs here too, I guess, as well, because it is also just so good. And yeah, I mean, it was what made me fall in love with Arcane, the developer. So,
I mean, yeah, I'll echo his thoughts on that. As much as I see Super Metroid's influence in a shit ton of things, it wasn't my personal pick, especially over Dishonored for this bracket. I understand the importance, but I also can't, again, it's going to be the thing where I can't leave Dishonored on the table to just, I'm more of a Metroid Prime person, so that's just me.
Same here. I will bow out of this one because I don't really have experience in either, so I will give the win to Dishonored. Next, Portal 2 versus Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now,
So-
I love Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think it's a great game. I think it's a beautiful game, and I think the characterization of Lara Croft just continues on its great trajectory from the first game. Combat and puzzles are very, very, very fun and engaging. Then there's Portal 2. Everyone knows Portal 2.
Right.
You know, like it brought co-op, right?
Mhm.
To the concept. And I mean, I mentioned puzzles in Rise of the Tomb Raider, but Portal 2 is the puzzle game. The physics-based puzzle game. So,
Ugh.
man.
So this is the first matchup where I've beaten both of these games. And yeah, I love both of them. Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's the best new Tomb Raider game. It's really great. The just narrative, uh, different biomes, really cool. The jungle, the snow, just lost cities, you know. And yeah, the puzzles, the tombs. They
I do
brought the
remember,
tombs back
sorry,
to Tomb
inside
Raider.
the cave, like the temple inside the cave. That was awesome.
Yeah, just insane. Kills my graphics card, but you know. But yeah, Portal 2, man. There are very few perfect video games in my opinion, and this is one of them. It is just perfect at what it does. It is a brilliant puzzle game, and then it's got great characters that make you laugh, that make you think. Fantastic game. And it's got good music.
Steven, where's your
Yeah,
vote going?
so I'm gonna go Portal 2. It's just too influential for me to put aside. Rise of the Tomb Raider, the best Tomb Raider game. Portal 2, one of the best games of all time. So Portal 2.
I will also give it to Portal 2. Rise of the Tomb Raider is an amazing uh third person action game, but there's a lot of amazing third person action games. So I'm going to give it to Portal 2 as well.
There's a lot of amazing puzzle games too, but
That is true, but I think Portal 2
not that
stand
come close. Yeah, not that come close to Portal 2, but
so say farewell to the formerly timed exclusive on Xbox. All
forgot
right.
about that.
Here's an interesting one. League of Legends versus Hades.
Oh.
I mean, listen, League of Legends Worlds is coming up like in like
Yeah.
weeks.
What is this matchup, man? It's apples and oranges.
Yeah, I haven't
I
played Hades, so this one's hard for me. But I used to play League of Legends a lot, and
No way, I didn't know that.
yeah, I couldn't honestly, I couldn't tell you like anything about it anymore because I literally played it in like probably freshman year of high school, and that was it. But I played it a lot during freshman year of high school. I wasn't good at it. And I've tried to go back, but I just don't really like it anymore. But I haven't played Hades, so I don't know.
Mhm.
I mean, I have an abusive relationship with League of Legends, but I can't deny just how addicting it can be. Um, because I mean, at its core, it has like really good mechanics,
Mhm.
and I can't ignore like the social aspect of it. Just how many millions and millions of people like talk about it and play it and watch it. Especially, I mean, it sells out stadiums, and it had like Imagine Dragons as like the opening act among like other like artists and bands,
Mm.
and it has a K-pop band now, KDA, and it makes banger songs as well. It's hard. And and then to Hades, like I haven't played Hades, and I
It
know
sucks,
probably
man.
it's an amazing roguelike, but I
Oh, but it's not just that, Gaff. It's not just that, and that's why it's special. But anyways, go ahead.
uh I'm gonna crucify for this, but I'm gonna vote League of Legends.
Sam, did you decide?
I haven't. The hard thing is I haven't played Hades, so I don't know that I can. I don't know that I can choose Hades. Like you know what I mean? I can't say Hades because I haven't played it, but also can't say League of Legends is better than Hades because I haven't played Hades. But since I played League of Legends, I guess I'll have to vote for League of Legends, which I
uh,
hate myself for having to do that.
I am
But
outvoted.
especially because I love both of was it Supergiant?
Yeah,
That yeah, I love their other two games.
Bastion,
Bastion, and the gun one, the sci-fi one, Transistor.
Transistor, yes.
Yeah, love them. So I feel like I would love Hades, but I just haven't gotten to it yet.
You would love Hades. And when you look back at this list after playing Hades, you'll be like, yep,
I'm so sorry.
yep, Steven was
It
right.
doesn't matter. It's gonna
Look.
either of these games are gonna lose in the next round.
All right. It's fine, it's fine.
All
All right,
And if
League of
they don't,
Legends.
I'm gonna be
It's
pissed.
gonna be League of Legends, but I really want to champion Hades as not just a roguelike. It's what it's done for roguelikes and making it popular, and an example of what all roguelikes should be in, or at least strive to be that quality in the future. The combat's amazing. Everything surrounding it is amazing, and this will come up probably in my Game of the Year talks. But let's move on.
BioShock versus Uncharted 2 Among Thieves.
All right. As the resident PlayStation fanboy, I will not allow either of you to say Uncharted 2 is better than BioShock.
I'm not gonna
BioShock
fight you.
is phenomenal.
It's BioShock.
And it has the single best twist in all the video games. It is so brilliant. So and just like the feeling you get when you first enter Rapture. It's just like scary, but also like wondrous at the same time. And then you continue to explore it, and you're getting jumped by splicers. You have all your powers. Man, such a good time. Such a good damn time.
You could say I was enraptured by BioShock because that's
Shut up.
my choice.
God.
I haven't played either, so I will abstain.
BioShock.
Well, it sounds like we both voted BioShock,
Yeah.
right, Steven?
Yeah, it's
All right.
BioShock.
Thank
Alright.
God. Thank God.
I'm not crazy.
Goodbye,
Come
Nathan
on.
Drake.
What's that?
So, goodbye, Nathan Drake. 'cause
Oh yeah.
there are no more Uncharted. I don't
Good
think.
good riddance. Somehow there's no other Uncharted on this list. Whatever.
Dude, why two? Ugh.
I don't know, man.
Keep going. Keep going.
World of Warcraft versus Rock Band. I fucking love Rock Band. I think it's the ultimate party game, and it's a damn shame that the age of music party games are over because those are the best ones. I can't say much about World of Warcraft.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were about to say butt. And I'm like,
Right?
don't you start
I was
talking
waiting for
up
the
the
butt.
fucking don't you start talking about World of Warcraft.
Okay, so it's gonna be Rock Band, right, Sam? Rock Band?
What's that? What's that?
Rock Band, right? Because I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like World of Warcraft, obviously it's the MMO.
Yeah.
But God, Rock Band was so fun.
Dude,
And, like,
100%
still
Rock
would
Band.
be
Get that WoW out of here.
so good. I mean, I wish
All right.
Rock Band like 2 was on here instead of Rock Band 1, but whatever.
You know, semantics, right?
Yeah.
It's the concept.
Yeah,
Um,
the concept.
Then we have Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim versus
Ooh.
Street Fighter 2.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, everyone has played Street Fighter 2, I'm sure. Even I have.
Mhm.
I haven't.
Oh, really? Wow.
No,
damn.
I'm not a fighting game guy, so like Smash Bros is like the extent of my fighting game.
Like
knowledge.
I'm sure the nerds out there are gonna praise Street Fighter 2 for its mechanics and
Mhm.
just how tight it is. But Skyrim, it's made other games, like as Sam like keeps loving to say, like the Forgotten City and whatnot.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
but who cares about Street Fighter 2, especially versus Skyrim? Come on. Really?
Skyrim-
Like,
Yeah, I would argue Skyrim has still the best open world. Like still to this day.
I
10 years
would
later.
tee you up Witcher,
has.
but that's my
Very
contender.
good one as well.
Yeah.
A very good one as well. Not saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. Skyrim, right?
Skyrim it is. Sorry, Street Fighter 2. Then we move on to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Okay, I played 2 Castlevania games, and I've watched repeated walkthroughs of a third Castlevania game, but I have not played Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I have played a shit ton of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe though.
What you just said, I agree. I haven't. Well, besides all the watching the playthroughs, I know fuck all about Castlevania. Absolutely nothing about Castlevania.
It's gonna be Mario Kart 8 for me as well.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Sorry, Castlevania fans.
I'm sure it's a great game in its own respect.
Well, speaking of Witcher before, Witcher 3 The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt versus Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
As the resident PlayStation fanboy who has never played a Metal Gear Solid game because I didn't play them when I was a kid, The Witcher 3, I guess.
Haven't played either.
Damn.
Witcher 3, probably.
Witcher 3 for me. It's my
so
favorite
good.
game ever. So it's kind of
so good.
Definitive video game podcast, everyone.
I know, right?
The world, the
Dude,
music.
they come here for the most
the
refined takes. All right.
Phenomenal.
I'll take no dissent there, Gaff.
All right, this is a pretty fun matchup, especially because it was all random. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare versus Titanfall 2.
I'll sit this one out.
Are we about to go Dukes, Gaff? What's going on here?
I've dabbled in Titanfall 2. And like movement, right? I mean, if you asked me like 2 years ago at least, like movement second to none. But Modern Warfare, right? It changed Call of Duty forever. It made it like the DNA of Call of Duty is still there all the way from this game. And like multiplayer aside, you got the story, you got Price, you got Soap, you got I forgot the villain's name, some Russian dude, but
right, yeah.
you got the mission in Pripyat, and the bomb explodes, and then it kills one of the other main characters. It's iconic.
So it sounds like Call of Duty for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'll agree, but with the caveat that Titanfall 2 I don't think would exist in its form without Call of Duty 4.
Definitely not.
So because the developers, I think a good chunk of the developers that did 4 then went on to do Titanfall 2. So
that is true.
Just because of that, I'm going to have to go with Call of Duty 4.
Then we have, again, 2 completely different games. StarCraft versus Dark Souls.
I will also sit this one out.
Definitely niches each one, right? Like, which niche do you fall into?
Sweaty RTS versus sweaty, I don't even know what you call it.
Third person, yeah.
Dark Souls is a genre at this point.
Yeah. I'm going to say Dark Souls.
Probably. I mean, everyone
I would say.
People only like StarCraft 2, right? So anyway.
Yeah.
Dark Souls it is.
Nice.
Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic versus Persona 5 Royal. Ouch.
So I have played the same, pretty much the same amount of both of these games, which is like a couple hours. And I'm going to go Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic because Persona 5 was throwing me off with the tomophobia at the beginning, so I didn't like it.
The what phobia?
The homophobia.
The homophobia.
Oh,
in the locker room,
dude.
yeah.
Fake dude being a fucking jackass.
There's a bit of that. Yeah. We don't like to talk about that.
Yeah, everyone glosses over that when they talk about it, but it was the thing. Yeah, for me, Star Wars, given the legacy and
no fucking way.
Yeah. Dude, I love Persona 5. I love Persona 5, man, but Star Wars cannot be dethroned as like it's like everyone's go-to pick when you're thinking of Star Wars games, I think. Besides maybe current Jedi Fallen Order, right? This is the game you talk about when you talk about Star Wars games. come at me with your arguments, right?
So old.
And it's
No.
that's the thing, man.
It is the Star Wars
You
game.
can't do recency bias with these things, right? This is the best game ever, and it's so good that they're now doing a remake, right?
And bringing it to Switch.
And bringing it to Switch, right? Persona 5 can't do that. Gee.
Jeez, I was gonna try to take Persona 5 Royal all the way to the end, but it's gonna get knocked out in the first round.
Look, if Eric was here, just saying.
Yeah, he's not here to defend himself, so.
All right. Unfortunately, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic will move on.
That one does hurt. I'll say that.
It does hurt. Next, Battle of the Two Xbox Titans. Fable 2 versus Halo 2. I haven't played Fable, but we just did Halo Explore with Halo 2, and I think Halo 2 is amazing.
Oh my god,
But-
why?
Well, I think
Talking about classic.
I think Fable 1 is amazing. I don't know about 2 though.
It's the best. Sam, it's the best. If you like Fable 1, play Fable 2. It's the best.
Oh, we're not talking about Fable 1. We're talking about Fable 2.
2 is the best Fable.
Yes, Fable 2 is the best Fable.
Well, if it's better than Fable 1, then I gotta vote Fable 2. I'm sorry.
Bullshit. But fine.
I liked Fable 1, but more than I liked Halo, so.
They're making
This
me
is not
pick my
going-
children here, This is my
Isn't going the way.
teenager years, both games. I loved both
Did
arguably
Steven
equally.
vote?
I didn't vote.
Oh,
No.
Steven, what?
Gaff, you already updated it, so it's too late. It's in stone.
Damn it.
Would you have gone with Fable, Steven? What would you? What would you want?
If we're talking about best game ever, yeah, probably, but by a very tiny hair. I'm telling you, Halo 2 and Fable 2 are literally right up there for my favorite games of the 360. Like, it's so hard to decide, honestly.
The only thing I know about Fable 2 is that Steven said it's better than Fable 1.
It is.
And that
That's facts.
it is one of my good friends' favorite games. So
All right.
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, this next one is barely even a competition, right? Burnout 3 Takedown versus Half-Life Alex.
Burnout 3. Right?
I haven't played either of them.
I haven't played either, but I think Half-Life Alex looks dope as hell, so I'm gonna vote Half-Life.
Oh, yikes. Sam, you're the tiebreaker.
I don't know how to vote here because I haven't played either of them. So, Steven, you went Burnout 3. I've never played a Burnout game. I've played parts of Half-Life. I'm gonna go Half-Life
I'll
because
take
it
it.
does look really cool. It looks like if I had the capability of playing it, I would.
Steven, I thought you were memeing before when we said Burnout, but I guess you're
No,
serious.
I legitimately think there hasn't been a better arcade racing game ever.
It's called Forza
Just-
Horizon 4.
No,
Ju-
that's not the same.
Just wait till September 30th when Hot Wheels Unleashed releases.
Honestly, that reminded me of Burnout 3, and that's why I was like, okay, that looks awesome.
Dude, I have it pre-ordered. About to preload it on my PlayStation. I'm so excited.
Mhm.
Next up, Sid Meier's Civilization 4 versus Batman Arkham City.
I'll go Batman.
I also vote Batman.
I'm also voting Batman. I do like Civ 4. But man, neither of these games are my favorite of the franchises.
Right.
But I'm gonna have to go Arkham City.
I do really like Arkham City. I like
do
Arkham
too.
Knight better.
Same. But I mean, the combat is still top notch. Just the whole aesthetic of Gotham, well, Arkham, I guess. Just it's the best superhero video game series. So
Yep.
Yeah, bar none. Borderlands 2 versus Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
the close one is a close one.
Legend of Zelda.
Just kidding. Breath of the Wild for sure.
All right.
Not even close. Borderlands 2 has no place on this list.
Fuck.
Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. But
yeah,
like,
for that choice, no
like,
way.
I like it enough, but I'm sorry. That series does not belong on this list.
So Doom versus Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The IGN site didn't specify which Doom.
I think it's
But-
Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's assume it's Doom 2016.
I believe.
Oh boy. I love Doom. It's so fun.
It is.
Like
It's
it's
very
gnarly,
fun.
it's gory,
So
soundtrack.
fun.
It
Soundtrack
hits in the
bangs.
right ways. Like you want to talk about feeling metal, dude. That's the game.
Here's what I'll say. I'm gonna vote Doom now, but I will change my vote. Not that it will matter on October 5th, but if they come out and announce Sora for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that could have my vote. But that's the only thing that's gonna do it.
It's Doom for
Um,
me.
Really, guys? Oh, I was gonna make my
Ooh.
case.
Smash.
Super Smash Bros. It literally has every single character they've ever
No.
had in one.
You,
They have all the music together, and you can have. There's all the stages and the mechanics of it. They finally nailed it, I think, after the mishap that was Brawl, and they improved it even above the one on the Wii U, and just like the amount of variety we get from the DLC characters, it's unheard of.
right. But is it a better game than Doom 2016?
But
I think so. And
I think I'm with
Plus,
you, man.
like-
Honestly.
and it's a fighting game, but it's so accessible to like anyone. Like I got fighting games usually like have such like a gatekept community, right? Like ask anyone to play Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, and you're gonna have a lot of hesitation. But everyone likes playing Smash.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's so easy to pick up, but if you really want to get into it, there's so many things to dive deeper into, and it unlocks like a whole new game.
You changed my mind, Gaff. I think I'm going to vote for Smash Ultimate with the
Cool.
caveat that Smash holds just so much good memories for me, right? You come out of a friend's house, all right, we doing some Smash? You have a debate. You go to Smash to settle it, right? Yeah, and you can't argue with like the cultural relevance too. So, yeah, best video game crossover ever. So.
All right, I think we're gonna be able. I think we should hurry up through some of these other ones
Yep.
because I think they'll be pretty easy. Journey versus Apex Legends.
Journey.
It's a
Very
beautiful
well.
journey. Beautiful journey.
Sims 3 versus Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
I was gonna vote Sims 3, but okay.
I love fucking around in Sims, but I've watched playthroughs of Half-Life 2 and it's amazing.
Okay, why are there 2 Half-Life games on here? Anyways, go.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Fallout New Vegas versus Metroid Prime. I vote for Metroid Prime. They transform Metroid, and it's super atmospheric, and I can't wait for Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime. Sorry.
Okay. I haven't played Metroid Prime, so I can't say it's better than Fallout New Vegas. I love Fallout New Vegas. It's
Me
great,
too.
but buggies.
Overwatch versus GTA 5. I think Overwatch is an amazing team-based game. So much diversity and so colorful and so accessible and fun.
Overwatch.
I have no opinions on this at all.
Yes, Overwatch.
Wow.
So
Oh fuck. Fortnite versus Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris, fuck Fortnite, man.
Get that shit out of here. Come on.
I will also vote Tetris, but
Just
for
there are so many different types of Tetris.
They could put that on anything and people will buy it.
I mean,
It's just so
for
good.
real though, Fortnite. I mean, yeah, PUBG. I guess really started the battle royale formula.
Yeah.
But Fortnite really made it take off, and you have all the
Yeah.
crossovers. You got Avengers, you got X-Men.
I like that Fortnite exists but it is not for me.
Right. And this is
Like, I
our
think it is
list,
a cool
man.
thing that exists, but I don't like it.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time versus Pokemon Yellow.
Oh my god. Pain. Yeah.
This is-
Pain.
This is tough. This is tough. But I think there have been better Pokemons than Pokemon Yellow. So, and I think Ocarina of Time revolutionized more. So I'm gonna vote for Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Sure, go ahead.
Damn it, Sam.
Grand Theft Auto San Andreas versus Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4. No question.
I also vote at Resident Evil 4.
Go ahead.
What would you have done?
Huh?
What would you have done?
I've only played a little bit of San Andreas. I don't know anything about. I don't know. I don't like
Diablo
horror games
2.
anyway. So
Diablo 2 versus The Last of Us.
Last of Us.
Last of Us
Last of Us.
would have been easier.
GoldenEye 007 versus Animal Crossing New Horizons.
What kind
I
of
love
matchup
Animal
is
Crossing.
that?
Never played GoldenEye. I think Animal Crossing is magical.
Animal Crossing.
I'm gonna say, oh damn it. I would have said GoldenEye only because Animal Crossing refuses to let me craft more than one fucking item at a time,
No, that's
and it's
and you
really
still
pissing
haven't.
me. It's
still
really
haven't-
pissing me off.
They won't fix it.
Nope.
They won't fix it.
So annoying.
Next,
Oh my
God of
God.
War
the
2018
fuck?
versus Shadow of the Colossus.
What
Did
the
you
fuck
update
is
that
this
guy?
matchup?
It's loading.
Oh,
It's
okay.
loading, but
What the fuck is this matchup? Are you kidding me?
Uh,
God damn.
oh man, this is rough.
I will abstain from this unless
God of
there's a
War.
tie.
Oh no.
Personal taste, man. Just personal taste.
Can we come back to this one? Let me think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 or Super Mario Bros. 3?
Tony Hawk.
Pro Skater 2.
Tony
I
Hawk.
fucking
Yeah.
loved playing Tony Hawk when I was on my friend's house. Such a fun time.
All right, get ready for your shit to get kicked in because it's Minecraft versus Mass Effect 2.
I think Gaff rigged this, and I'm really pissed
Right?
about
It
it.
almost feels a little bit set up there.
I'm gonna say
Minecraft.
Mass Effect 2. I don't give a fuck
Minecraft.
about Minecraft. Mass Effect 2
Legendary.
Mass Effect 2. I am so sorry. I am
It's the
so
best
sorry.
Western RPG that I've ever played.
And I think if Eric was here, he would have voted Mass Effect 2. I'm sorry, guy.
It's such a good game. Such a good game.
All right.
That was an unfair
Unfortunate.
matchup. I didn't like that.
Unfortunate.
We're all taking L's, man. We're all taking L's.
Chrono Trigger versus Bloodborne.
Chrono
I
Trigger.
played either.
No. No, Bloodborne. Sorry. Bloodborne.
What did Gaff say?
I have not played either.
Oh. I'll say Bloodborne.
Bloodborne is. Then Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag versus Super Mario 64. I love Black Flag. I think it's definitely one of top tier Assassin's Creeds. However, as high as Assassin's Creeds go, Super Mario 64 is just bonkers.
Bonkers.
Do I have to be the
Bonkers.
villain? Am I the villain in this one? Sam, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I don't want to.
No, you go ahead.
I love these both. I'm going Assassin's Creed 4.
Yes.
Wow.
Steven. I love you. Oh God, yes. Woo! I'm going Black Flag as well. Oh,
It's the best
God.
Assassin's Creed.
It's the best. It's not the best
No,
Assassin's
no,
Creed.
okay.
Syndicate is the best
It's
Assassin's
the
Creed.
best
It's
pirate
the best
game.
pirate game.
Yeah.
You guys are cracked.
It is the best pirate game. God,
He's not wrong, dude. Best pirate game. Find another one.
I'm so happy that you said that.
All
Steve.
right. Now you need to make a hard
right.
decision, Sam.
Played Mario 64 on the Switch. God, it controls like shit.
Hard decision,
not
Sam.
fair.
You ready?
Obviously
All right.
told. All right.
God of
fucking
War
A.
versus Shadow of Colossus.
This is so hard because I love both these games. I'm gonna have to go God of War.
Yes.
Nicely done. All right, that was our first round picks, and then we move on to the second round, which I think
I think I immediately regret that decision. Anyway,
is gonna get a little harder from here on out. As soon as it finishes updating. So Steven, want to read our first matchup?
All right, so the first matchup is Final Fantasy VII 1997 versus Super Mario World.
Two old games, but two very influential old games.
Super Mario World for me.
I also vote Super Mario World.
I would also vote Super Mario World.
Cool. Easier than I thought.
All right, Nintendo beats Square Enix in that. In that match.
Goodbye, Final Fantasy.
Dishonored versus Portal 2.
Oh,
Portal
God.
2.
Son of a
Portal.
bitch.
Damn it, this one's hard.
The answer is Portal 2,
Yes, I'll agree.
but man, that's hard. I mean, not really, because Portal 2 is far and away better than Dishonored, but I just
Sure.
really like
If
Dishonored.
we're talking another Dishonored, though.
Farewell
Man.
Arcane. League of Legends versus Bioshock. I will defend
Oh.
League of Legends still.
Oh,
Bioshock is my vote. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm picking Bioshock.
How many K-pop songs has Bioshock made? 0.
How many other horror games has Bioshock influenced?
All right, Bioshock.
So good. So
Rock
good.
Band versus The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim.
What the hell?
This is quite the matchup. I'm gonna have to say Skyrim just because
I will
fucking love it, but
I will still make the case for Rock Band because of how timeless it is.
I wish
But
I would have
I
went.
think
I
it's
wish I would have went first. It's Rock Band. I'm so sorry.
fine.
let's go.
I'm
Let's
so
go.
sorry.
I would have more respect if it was Rock Band 2 instead of Rock Band. But
Hey man, I'm in agreement. But if I have to get a Rock Band in there somewhere, you know.
My site is there we go. So Rock Band is officially beating Skyrim. I'm sorry, Bethesda. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe versus The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Witcher
Witcher
3.
Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. Damn.
I think it was both in our top 5 games ever. So
Yep.
Okay.
Oof.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe done.
So it's gonna get
Of
pretty
course.
far.
Right.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare versus Dark Souls. I will say Dark Souls. I think it's way more unique.
Yeah.
And I mean, Modern Warfare obviously revolutionized shooters, but now there's a ton of shooters. But Dark Souls is like its own genre now.
Dark Souls for me.
Agreed.
Dark Souls it is. What's next?
Star
Wars,
Wars. Go ahead.
Knights of the Old Republic versus Fable 2. I mean, I guess Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Sure. I was trying to question, like, do I carry the momentum of Fable 2 being better than Fable 1 through this? But
Not in this matchup, no.
That ends here. Half-Life Alex versus Batman Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Arkham City.
Oh, wow. That's also another easy one for you, surprisingly. Okay, I was also gonna say Arkham City.
Just the Mr. Freeze boss fight. on its own.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. Like,
So unique.
yeah. It reminds me of the kitchen scene in fucking Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like crawling
Raptors.
around. Yeah. Such a good
Oh,
boss fight.
another battle of Nintendo Titans. Legend of
baby.
Zelda Breath of the Wild versus Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, okay, I'll give the edge to Breath of the Wild because it's like brand spanking new concept. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, again, it's the ultimate Smash Bros. Game, but it's still like Smash Bros. Through and through.
Yeah. I would say Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Just the way you can interact with the world is incredible in that game.
Goodbye, Smash Bros.
Some crazy cuts.
Journey versus Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
I will not say my vote because I'm the least educated on this.
I am going to say, I would say Journey. Because just the concept of like running into like other players, but not really knowing they're other players, at least I didn't when I played, and then figuring out at the end that they were other players was just really cool. And I was like, oh, holy shit. And just the music and the environments in that game are really cool.
Wait,
so
is this now one vote each?
Yep.
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin.
Oh no.
I don't have a coin on me, so I'm gonna flip this eraser.
Okay.
Well, okay. It's Journey.
Journey. Okay.
Journey. Okay. I cannot believe that made it to the third round.
I am not that mad about that, but also yeah, that was weird.
I love it.
Metroid Prime versus Overwatch.
Metroid Prime.
Oh.
Easy.
I will abstain. Unless Gaff makes me flip something.
Metroid Prime, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
It did a whole
God.
genre switch on Metroid and Overwatch. It's great, but there's been 13-based games before it with their similar roles, so I'm giving it to Metroid Prime.
Thank God I don't have anything to flip within reach of me.
The table.
Tetris, yeah. Tetris versus The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Tetris.
We have a Zelda on here, and that's the only reason I'm picking Tetris.
Fair enough. I think I would have also said Tetris.
Oh, this is such a good bracket, guys.
God, this is so painful.
All right, Battle of the Zombies. Resident Evil 4 versus The Last of Us. So technically, it's not zombies in Resident Evil 4, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Resident Evil 4.
This is so difficult. Because they both hold the same place in my head, right? Tense, impactful story. Although honestly, what I'm gonna put here.
Remember that giraffe scene in The Last of Us?
Yeah,
So good.
it was
So
such a good scene. Do you remember the chainsaw guys got from Resident Evil 4, the bagheads?
Yeah.
And I also got what you buying, what you selling. Come on.
Is that why you're gonna vote Resident Evil 4?
No, dude, I don't know. Literally, it's neck and neck.
Well, how many platforms has The Last of Us been released on?
What does
Two.
that have to do with anything?
I mean, nothing really. He's just trying to find something.
What?
Okay,
Fucking
dude.
all these Nintendo games have only been released on Nintendo consoles.
Look, no, Resi 4 is on PS2. And it is
Yeah, but
arguably
Nintendo
better on
games.
PS2. Oh my god.
Yikes.
I'm gonna go with The Last of Us. God help me.
Damn.
God help me.
It would have been so satisfying to kick Last of Us out so early.
Trust me, I just can't argue with how much of an impact it's been making since then. And also, they just keep pushing lazy ports of Resi 4 out, so that kind of put me negative in for that. So
Getting a VR port. That's not
yeah,
lazy.
I know, but just do the remake, you know.
Okay, Animal Crossing: New Horizons versus God of War 2018. Another yikes.
God of War 2018. Sorry.
God of
Animal-
War 20.
Animal
God of War
Crossing. Fuck.
God of War 2018 because they won't let me create more than one item at a time.
Oh,
I'll say it as
damn.
many times as I need to get this fucking game out of here.
Animal Crossing made COVID and lockdown bearable for everyone
It did.
for months, but fine.
I'm a dad,
Tony
so
Hawk-
I had to vote God of War.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 versus Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2 it is.
As much fun as Tony Hawk is to just fuck around in.
Bloodborne versus Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Black Flag, baby!
I'm gonna have to go with the Pirates.
Yeah, baby! Let's go!
All right. Sea Shanties advances
It's
to the next
so
round.
fun. Such a good pirate game.
All right. Round 3.
Fucking Jesus.
Super Mario World versus Portal 2.
Super Mario World.
Oh, you fucker. I said it at the top. Portal 2 is a perfect video game, and that's why it's my vote. There's no potatoes in Super Mario World, as far as I know.
Yeah,
At
but
this point, I think I've given enough credit to Super Mario World, so I'll say Portal 2.
no.
Yeah, if you're a
It's
hero.
the freaking Nintendo game, man. That is the Nintendo game when I think of Nintendo games. But I respect
They've
Portal 2.
made, they have improved Super Mario.
They have.
All right.
Yeah,
Bioshock.
they haven't improved
Yep.
Portal because they haven't made a third one.
Yeah, they refuse to make more.
Damn it.
Bioshock versus Rock Band. I mean, I like fun more than horror, so Rock Band.
I like fun more than horror too, but Bioshock is much more than just horror. And philosophy. It's I was about to say
Come on,
scary, but that's horror.
Can I just
It's
Wouldn't you rather jam out with your friends?
I mean, I can do that without playing Rock Band though.
because Guitar Hero
But I guess-
exists, Bioshock.
Yeah, that's true. Guitar Hero is better.
Oof.
Because I don't give a I like the thing is I never played the drums and I fucking can't sing, so might as well just play Guitar Hero.
I was the go-to drummer. Fine. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt versus Dark Souls.
Oh. Now this is confusing for me.
The Witcher 3 for me.
I'm only hesitant because I realize how much Dark Souls has done for gaming. But it fucking pisses me off, so Witcher 3.
I think I would have said Witcher 3 as well. Because again, I think they've improved on the Dark Souls formula.
For fuck's sake. The Witcher 3, one of the DLCs won RPG of the Year at IGN the year it came out.
Blood
Like,
and wine,
come-
bro.
I mean, okay, how reputable is IGN? Why are we even doing this bracket then?
Hey, they have opinions.
they have things. Just not they're not wrong on the bracket, so that's why we made our own.
Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic versus Batman: Arkham City.
I will continue to rep Batman.
Batman.
Batman it is. I was also gonna say Batman.
Easy.
Old game, get out of here.
We know the right choice for this next one, guys.
Steven, read it out as my computer loads.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild or Journey. And if you say one, you clearly haven't played the games. It's Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild for
Breath
me.
of the Wild. It's Breath of the Wild.
I have to say Breath of the Wild because I only played Breath of the Wild.
They both have very peaceful
Mm-hmm.
vibes, but yeah, Breath of the Wild takes it to another level. Journey's a fun couple hours.
Metroid Prime versus Tetris.
Tetris.
I'll concede Tetris.
But I can't really. Okay.
All right. I also vote Tetris. I can only carry Metroid Prime so far.
Yep, it made it pretty far.
Oh, and then Battle of the Sony Titans. The Last of Us versus God of War 2018.
The Last of Us.
I think Norse mythology kicks more ass, so God of War.
God of War.
Norse mythology does kick ass.
If we're talking those two games, I have to pick God of War.
God of War. Oof. All right, finally, one of these games will get out of here. Mass Effect 2 versus Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag.
Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2.
Right.
I can only carry Assassin's Creed so far.
Yep.
And I would have carried it probably through any other game besides Mass Effect 2.
Right.
Just for the memes.
This gets interesting, man.
Round
Eight
4.
left.
Yeah. Portal 2 versus BioShock. Again, I'll vote for fun over horror, so Portal 2.
I'm gonna have to vote Portal 2 as well.
Portal 2.
Sayonara, BioShock. The Valve puzzle game
Won't
continues
you
onward.
kindly vote for Portal 2?
Okay. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt versus Batman Arkham City.
I'm sorry, Dark Knight. May you rest in pieces.
But he will rise again.
Yep.
Hopefully. Dark Knight Rises.
Batman's an idea, not a person.
Yeah, it's true.
Witcher 3 for me. So
Same.
Oh man. I would have kept repping Batman. But the fantasy open world RPG moves on. Ooh, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild versus Tetris. Silence.
am I doing this? I'm doing this. Tetris.
No way.
It's too important, man. As timeless as Tetris is, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, I mean, I think it inherently carries so much more magic in its DNA. I think it legitimately speaks to a lot of people. I mean, yeah, Tetris, like, it's a phenomenon. It's video games, and people will spend like 24 hours 24 hours, 7 days of the week, and like perfecting and getting like the ridiculously high scores. But I'm gonna value the connection that Breath of the Wild forms with people more. Seems like Breath of the Wild.
I don't know, man. That's hard. So I love both of them. I'll go with Breath of the Wild. Just so it does so many cool things with its world.
I feel a little less guilty now.
Hey, God of War 2018 versus Mass Effect 2. One of them's got to go.
I know. Obviously, my vote's Mass Effect 2. It is just... There are so many moments in this game that are just so good. And the combat is so... The combat's aged incredibly well. Yeah.
Steven, you love God of War.
I do. I really do. I think it's the best Sony game ever, honestly.
And Mass Effect 2 has probably the best intro scene I've ever experienced.
When I finished Mass Effect 2, I was in awe. So it's Mass Effect 2, man.
And the ending is incredible.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, wow.
God, the ending is
I've never had an RPG speak to me more than Mass Effect 2 did.
Oh, I'm doing it then. Mass Effect 2 advances. Sony does not make it to the semifinals.
Wow.
No, we got Nintendo, and then we got three
PC.
third-party ones,
Right.
I guess.
Okay.
Well,
Now we have Portal 2 versus The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
you know, this gets really hard because I do want to point out that 3 of the 4 games left are in my top 5 games of all time. So this is really hard, and these are 2 of those 3. And it's one of those things where, like, at one moment, you know, you think The Witcher 3s are best, like, you know, it changes
Yeah, depending on your
depending
mood.
on your feeling, you know. I think I'm feeling Portal 2 right now.
I'm gonna go Portal 2. Its importance,
Yeah.
and what it did at the time was just crazy.
And it feels so much better to play than The Witcher does.
Yeah.
Because as good as The Witcher is, the gameplay, the like combat, or the combat's good in The Witcher. I shouldn't say the combat, but like the just walking around, you know, he's a little, his momentum is a little ridiculous in The Witcher.
As a video game, Portal 2 trumps for sure.
Like I'll say I'm also gonna vote Portal 2 because, like, okay, just looking at strictly the story, the amount of like awesomeness per hour of gameplay versus like The Witcher 3, like I think it's a lot more efficient in that regard.
When life gives you lemons,
jump through a portal.
No.
With your friend.
What? No.
What's the line? What's the line?
It's when life gives you lemons, throw those lemons back in life's face or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's it.
House down or some shit. I don't know. He goes on an insane rant. So good, man.
Yeah, and the Portal 2
obviously-
sandbox.
And then
People-
obviously Potato GLaDOS is
Yeah. This sucks. This second one really sucks, man.
It's
The
easy for
Legend of
me,
Zelda
obviously.
I know
Breath of
it's
the
easy
Wild.
for you.
versus Mass Effect 2. Now, I haven't played Mass Effect 2, so my vote's going to go with Zelda. Therefore, Steven, it's up to you to lose your mind and break the tie.
I cannot do this. You're killing me. You're killing me.
My thing with Breath of the Wild is much like what I just said about Portal 2 and The Witcher 3. Mass Effect 2 feels so much better to play.
No.
Because
No, I'm going to disagree.
Just straight up no.
No, dude. No.
in Breath
What
of
do
the
you
Wild
do
was-
in Mass Effect 2? It's a third-person cover shooter.
What?
It's a third-person shooter, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it still feels really good.
Okay,
Wait, where are you going with this?
I'll agree. What does it do to add to that genre?
I mean, I didn't say it adds to the genre.
No, but how does this game innovate, right? And that's how I'm trying to think about it, man. I'm trying to run through because these games are like literally like, you know, there's like an atom between the two of them.
First of all, it's more than just the third-person action shooter because you have your powers.
Well, look, when you put those things in there, it complicates things.
and it's it's more, you know, the RPG, the choices.
All right. But if we were going by the
choices.
RPGs, we would have left The Witcher 3 on there.
It's true, and you're yeah, but all I was saying was that the Mass Effect 2, the gameplay of it feels better to play than Breath of the Wild because the Breath of the Wild combat is not good, and I will stand by that.
Yes, but the gameplay in general is really cool. What you're doing in the game is
the puzzles, like the environmental puzzles are cool, but that's not the gameplay. Like that's not like how it feels.
But it doesn't have dungeons, so Mass Effect 2.
You're just salty about weapon durability, okay? Get with it. Okay,
It
don't
didn't
get
have
too attached
dungeons.
to your weapon.
Not a Zelda
No.
game. Mass Effect 2. Let's go.
I love the weapon durability in Breath of the Wild because you're like,
I
you know,
did
you're
too.
always picking up weapons and shit. I love that about it. The
Alright.
combat is just not good.
Write it
though.
on the docket. Freaking Portal 2 and Mass Effect 2.
Oh, you voted?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, what'd you vote?
I
What'd
said
you vote?
no dungeons means not Zelda, means Mass Effect 2 takes
True.
it.
That is true. I mean, there's
Okay.
not dungeons, but there's.
Okay, well,
fucking-
I'm trying to pick a side, all right?
That's true. I don't know why I'm trying to.
You tried to dissuade me here.
I'm trying to dissuade you from my opinion.
Goodbye, Zelda.
It's because you know it's a hard decision.
Oh, the sequels.
Okay, Battle of the Twos.
Right.
This takes all the marbles. This is definitively the greatest video game of all time since the dawn of time. Okay. It is now between two ancient games, Portal 2 versus Mass Effect 2.
Ancient games.
Ancient games.
Okay. You have these games to thank for a lot of your games, all right?
God.
Oh my god.
This is really hard.
I'm saying Mass Effect 2. I'm sorry, out of these two, that's my choice.
There is a reason. Actually, Gaff, go.
Yeah, Gaff, you probably should go. I hate that you haven't played Mass Effect 2, because if you had, this would be a much harder decision, I think.
I'm just waiting for a sale, man.
You don't. Well, yeah. I think it. Oh, you don't have PlayStation. Fuck.
It has gone on sale, but I know it's gonna
Oh, okay.
be even lower eventually.
So
Yeah.
you're waiting to play the remastered one then?
Yeah,
Maybe it'll come to EA Play. Yeah,
it should hopefully so.
right.
Wait, it is on EA Play.
The remastered ones?
I thought.
No,
Oh.
not yet.
It's
Are
not
there
Game Pass.
original?
but-
Are there first 3 on EA Play?
Yeah.
The like original?
Yep.
Just play those. The remaster really doesn't add much.
It's not very much different. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. I want my 4K and 60 FPS one.
Ah,
Okay. Anyway,
That's true. That's true.
Portal 2.
By default.
That's your vote. Okay, God. So it is up to me. All right. Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
What I was gonna say before I let Gaff go was that there is a reason I play the Mass Effect trilogy like annually, pretty much, and that is because Mass Effect 2 in particular is amazing and is my favorite game. So I'm gonna have to go with it.
And so an injustice is righted. Mass Effect 2
I agree. Because
is the greatest game of all time.
how the fuck it got eliminated in the first round is beyond me.
Because
Well, not
Halo 2
really.
is better.
It's all those fucking Halo fans like Gaff out there, fucking out of their goddamn minds.
I made 20,000 alt accounts just to get Halo 2.
I mean, the same people also put fucking God of War in the GTA 5 in the finals.
Yeah,
so-
okay. Well, let's just
I
say
don't
it was a
trust
little stilted in some ones, and it wasn't
I don't
really a
trust-
fair matchup. But this is the matchup, damn it. And Mass Effect 2 is X Interact's game,
I don't
best game
trust these
ever.
dudes. I
So
don't trust these dudes.
take it or leave it, like it or not, but this is the greatest video game of all time as decided by X Interact, the
Oh.
definitive podcast for video games.
Just-
do you have anything, either of you guys have anything to add before I sign us off?
How the hell was a Gears of War game not on this list?
I agree. Gears of War 2 at least should have been up here.
It's like I've only played Gears 4 and 5, but I for sure would have put Gears 5 on that list. On the list of 64.
Yeah.
So like And maybe that if that's not even the best Gears game, then there's one better. And then fucking sorry. I don't know how there wasn't a Gears game on this list. Fucking Borderlands 2, but
Come
not
on.
are you kidding me? Unbelievable.
Some weird matchups, but overall, I think it actually does kind of reflect the majority of X to Interact.
And that is true. I think this bracket has reflected our gaming tastes.
Yes, us three maybe. We
Sorry,
got
Eric.
we got rid of those JRPGs pretty quickly.
Right.
God, Persona 5 Royal.
That one was painful. That should have
What
been
did that
higher.
lose to again?
Yeah.
Killed in its crib.
Oh,
Well-
that's the older ball.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this episode of X to Interact. Thank you for listening to us on YouTube, Spotify, or whatever podcast feed you choose to listen to your podcast on. Come listen to us again next week. Until then, we have been Steven, Sam, and Gaff, and Eric is not here with us, unfortunately, but he will be next time. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.